Well, hello everyone. I wanted to do a brief video just to point out to my current subscribers that I can count on one hand. Thank you, by the way, for subscribing. That I have been very busy practicing and studying magic of all kinds in the past several weeks since I started this channel. And one of the videos that I did was about rituals that I've been performing from this book, The 7 Occult Money Rituals by Henry Archer. And I keep a basic book like this. Sorry. Huh. That's interesting. Knocking over the crystals. I keep a basic, this type of book. I'm not going to show you my confidential writing where I track every day what magic I do, any ritualistic thing that I do. I just make a note of it. I think it's important in your magical practice to write down what you're doing so that you can go back and say, oh yeah, that worked, that didn't work, etc. And I performed for 11 days many of the rituals in this book. I didn't do the one that specifically requested amount of money because I was working on my Magickal Cashbook, which I will also talk about in this video, the results from that. So over the last 2 weeks, I've essentially been doing most of the rituals in this book and the 11-day Magickal Cashbook ritual. I did Damon Brand's. I don't have the hard copy. I have just the ebook for that one. Damon Brand's Magickal Cashbook. And I created my Magickal Cashbook. And I will just show it to you very quickly. And I finished it a few days ago. I did 11 days. I think I chose a number that was too big for my britches. I started off with a rather large number, and I'm not gonna lie, it didn't happen. Except it also did happen, but not in a way that I expected. So the other result that I got was a couple of them. I've definitely enjoyed doing Henry Archer's 7 Occult Money Rituals. I've done 5 out of the 7 rituals in the book. One I didn't do because it was about getting luck for gambling, and I don't believe in gambling, so I'm not going to do that ritual. And the other one that I didn't do was requesting a specific amount. And again, I didn't do that one because I didn't want my Magickal Cashbook results to be blended with results that I might be getting from that ritual. But I did the other 5 rituals in the book, and I must say that I missed them, that now that I'm done with all of them except for ritual 6, which I did a video on Ritual 6. It's one of my favorites, so you can check out my video to see how that one goes. And Ritual 6 is about increasing income and wages. I'm a fiction writer. I haven't written any books in a while, so my fiction income has kind of dropped. You know, it's, if you keep writing, then you make more money. So I haven't written in a while. I don't want to write right now. My hands are happy that I'm not writing, and my brain doesn't want to go there either. So I'm happily not worrying about my writing career at this time. And I am focusing instead on my magic development skills, etc. And I, however, have considered getting a part-time job, something I hadn't done in a long time, and I'd been toying around in the back of my mind. So whenever I'm out in public and I'm in an elevator or in sort of any place where you have the opportunity to talk to strangers, I'm very gregarious and friendly, and I'll generally ask them, so what do you do? Or what kind of work do you do? Or do you just come from work? And then they tell me, and if I'm interested in their occupation or that I might want to get a job there, I ask for their contact information just in case. And sure enough, the day I did this ritual number 6, maybe or the day after, I ran into a nice couple of their girlfriends, and they both worked at the same place, and they told me all about it, and it sounded like the kind of job I might like because it was close to my home. I could do it part-time. They had many different shifts, so you could decide whether you wanted to go in early or come in late. And that sort of appealed to me. So I got their contact information, and if I ever decided I wanted to go work, I had a potential opportunity at my beck and call, instead of just trying to go online and apply. And, you know, I had some information, people, references, the name of their boss, their phone number, their address. Cool, right? Now, I could have done that without the magic, but maybe, and I would say probably most definitely, the synchronicity that allowed me to run into this nice 2 young women who were so friendly that we got along quickly and great right away, and we had this conversation. The fact that this happened and I ended up getting information about a potential job opportunity that I might want, to me, was a sign that the magic was working. Now, in the book, it says you will see opportunities. Whether you do anything with them is up to you. If you do nothing, then nothing will happen. And at this point, nothing has happened. I still have the card. It's been 10 days, and I'm, you know, I don't really want to get a job, but if that changes, I know that I can go back to doing other magical rituals to bring that opportunity to me. So I feel very comforted that this did work. Now, the other thing I wanted to do was tell you about my Magic Cashbook results. And that one was very interesting. I wasn't going to do a video on this because I felt like, nah, it didn't really work. I asked for a lot of money. I mean, a big first number. I asked for $1,000. And you know, day 3 of the ritual, my washer and dryer break. And now I have to go spend $1,000. So I'm like, darn, this isn't working. It's just the opposite. And so now instead of getting $1,000, I'm out $1,000 because I had to, you know, dip into savings to pay for this washer dryer. And I guess I was complaining about it a bit to a dear close relative, and yesterday they called to tell me that they were sending me a check for that amount and that they wanted me not to worry, and they were paying for my washer dryer. So you know, did I make $1,000? Yes, technically I did. Money came from you know, a relative that was being generous, and it was a gift essentially, right? But I also lost $1,000 in that same time frame. So I'm gonna say, no, let's call it a wash. So I'm gonna give the Magickal Cashbook First try a 3 out of 5, a neutral sort of rating. And I will try it again, but not now, because there's a ritual in this book that I didn't do, and it is ritual 5 for attract a sum of money. And I didn't want to do this ritual while I was doing the Magickal Cashbook, because if I got a bunch of money, I wouldn't know which ritual had worked, which magic was working. And essentially, it's basically sigil magic. Now, I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to do that ritual. I'm also now fascinated by some new books that I've been reading, and I may do those instead that have to do with thought forms and servitors. Maybe I'll do a video on that later. Maybe I'll keep that magic to myself. I haven't decided. But in any case, I just wanted to give you guys an update on my magical life. Not telling you everything. I've had a lot of other experiences that are more, I would call them private, so that's where they're going to remain. And I'm very committed right now to daily practices of magic and keeping track of what I'm doing. And I spend at least an hour every morning doing my magic. The only thing is right now, because I've gone through this book, I only have 1 day left on Ritual 6 to increase income. And then I've already finished the Magickal Cashbook, like I said. Did I show you guys my Magickal Cashbook? I should show this to you. This is the book on the front. This is the back. This is the first page where you do your, what is it called? Where you speak the spell, the invocations, and this is the amount of money that I requested. And as of yesterday, it's in the mail. So, yes, I also in that time frame had to spend $1,000 I wasn't expecting to have to spend. So again, it's not, I think that for my next attempt at the cash book, I'm going to do a smaller number just in case I have another appliance breakdown. I'd rather it be a toaster than say a car. And that's basically my story, and I'm sticking to it. Like and subscribe. Talk to you all later. Thank you for watching.